Hey guys, it's Miss Wagner. So I'm going to go over your homework for Monday night. I'm going to go over problems number 1 and number 3. So number 1 is fairly simple. We started working on this on Friday, where we are comparing our fractions. And if you look here, our denominators are different, but our numerators are the same. So what we're going to do for this is we are going to draw our fraction bars. Remember to either be using a straight edge or a ruler if you are at home doing this on paper. So our first one is going to be 5/6, and then our second one is going to be 5/8. Okay, so when we have 5/6, we're going to partition our fraction bar into 6 by splitting it down the middle first. Then we're going to take that first half and we just kind of have to eyeball it into thirds. Then you're going to take that second half and eyeball that one as well. Next, we're going to color in 5 of the pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then next, we're going to partition into eighths. So we're going to start by partitioning that straight down the middle, taking our first half, partitioning that again, and then cutting those 2 smaller pieces in half. Do the same thing to the other side. Okay, next I'm going to color in 5/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, based off of a picture, I want you to circle the one that is bigger, which would be 5/6. So, since 5/6 are bigger, we are going to make a greater than sign, because remember, you want that alligator's mouth to be eating the bigger piece. So when we read our sentence, it says 5/6 is greater than 5/8. And just like we learned today, if your numerators are the same and the denominators are different, then you are going to pick the one with the smaller denominator. But I would continue drawing our fraction bars right here. Okay, now I'm going to go over I think this is supposed to be question number 3 for Monday night's homework, and it says, Justin went to the store and bought a bag of marbles. 1/8 of the marbles were blue, 3/8 of the marbles were red, and 4/8 of the marbles were green. Which statements correctly compares the fraction of marbles that were blue to the fraction of marbles that were green? Okay, so this one could be a little complicated, but make sure you're really paying attention to the question, because what they want to know is we are going to compare, okay, which ones were blue and green. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scribble out what they have in red, because that information is not important to us. All we want to know is about the blue and the green. Okay? So, when I have my answer choices, we are going to draw out our fraction bars for each answer choice. So I'm going to draw A up here just so I can have some more space. So this is going to be our 2 fraction bars. And this is going to be 1/8 for blue, and then 4/8 for green. So they will both be split into eighths because the denominators are the same. So I'm going to draw my line straight down. And then for the top one, I'm going to fill in 1, and the bottom I'm going to fill in 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I'm going to go back to answer choice A, and if it reads, it says 4/8 is less than 1/4. Well, according to my picture, 4/8 is more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross out A because that statement is not true. Then I'm going to move on to answer choice B. But if I look, it's saying that they're talking about 3/8. And if you look, 3/8 was the color of red marbles, and we're only talking about blue and green. So I can automatically cross that one out because the question is not asking us to compare any of the red marbles. So then let's go back and test out answer choice number C, just to make sure that this is definitely the correct answer. I have my 2 fraction bars. We have 1/8 and 4/8. So we're going to partition those into eighths again. we are going to color in 1/8 and then 4/8. And then we know that 4/8 is the bigger one. So if we look at answer choice C, it says 1/8 is less than 4/8. Is that true? Yes, 1/8 is less than 4/8. So answer choice C would be the correct answer. Now, for some of you, you would just be able to refer back to this fraction bar up here instead of having to draw it out again, and that is totally fine as long as you make sure you go through each one and make sure you're double checking to make sure that that answer choice is a true statement.